Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Ready, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Back here from the Peoria Sports Complex here. Gwynn Chris has traveled here to Arizona, hanging out with the guys here at spring training. And Gavin Sheets joins us here, who is having a terrific spring thus far. Gavin, welcome to Gwynn and Chris. How are you today?
Doing great. Appreciate you guys having me on.
No problem, man. You've come in, new place for the first time in your career. First, what was your experience walking into a new clubhouse for the first time? I mean, having done it a few times myself, it's kind of an exciting, uncomfortable feeling all at the same time.
Sure.
What was your experience?
Yeah, you just, obviously you're a little nervous. You're excited. You're excited to meet all the new faces. And, luckily I had Dylan Cease that I played with for a bunch here. So kind of lean on him and came in with him. And then but just unbelievable group of guys, unbelievable group of people here between the staff, the front office, the players here. Just, it took me like 2 days, and I felt like I'd been here for my whole career. So testament to these guys here, but now it's a very easy transition.
What was the process like for you to become a member of the Padre organization? You get in touch with them, they get in touch with you. How did this work? And then what was said to you? Was anything promised you? Or was it like, you're here, now show us what you can do?
No, yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. They reached out there interested in me and some other teams, and I saw an immediate fit here. I obviously loved playing for Tony La Russa, and Tony La Russa, I told him who I was talking to, and he just loved he loved Schill, and he thought that would be a great fit as well. So I think Schill talked to him, and I talked to him as well, and so. But then it's looking at the fit, looking at what nothing was promised to me, nor did I expect anything to be promised. I didn't want any false promises or anything like that. But what was promised was a chance to compete. And I wasn't afraid of competition. I wanted to come in and be a part of a winning franchise. I watched what they did last year. I know the talent that they have here. I know the superstars they have here. And for me, it was coming in and fitting in and being a guy to add some depth.
Victor Rodriguez is the hitting coach here. You get an opportunity to kind of work with him. He came in last year and changed the kind of approach and philosophy that we had seen here in years past. What has been your experience working with Victor?
It's been incredible. It's funny. Victor actually was my dad's roommate all the way back in 1982 in minor league ball. So,
oh my God!
So we had that familiarity, and he's gotten to see me a bunch. He was with Cleveland when we were playing them. And, 21 and 22, and so we saw them a bunch, and I was swinging the bat all the time, so he knew what I was capable of doing, and he kind of saw some things over time that I changed that we wanted to get back to kind of the way I swung the bat in 21. And but just what I love about him is how positive he is, how simple he keeps it. It's not about, we're not chasing power here, we're not chasing Petco Park hit, keeping the gap to gap, staying in the center of the field, and being as short as possible. And when it adds a lot of power on both sides. So no, it's been great getting back working with him and all these guys here.
Gavin Sheets, we're sitting out here in the back at one of the little tables here out in the courtyard, and I can see why now, Tony. He hit one completely out of the Peoria Sports Complex. It's a big kid, and so it's great to be swinging well, I'm sure, right now. Go back to being a draft choice, second-round White Sox, and your mental state coming into being a professional baseball player. Has it turned out any differently than you imagined? And if so, has that helped you or hurt you along your path?
I think Tony knows this really well as well. It's just, I think our dads really prepared us for what was to come. The baseball side of it, you kind of know what to prepare for in terms of, getting ready to play every day and all that stuff, but just everything else that comes with it outside of baseball. And I think that we were blessed to have dads that did it. And obviously big league level, Tony obviously at a Hall of Fame level, and to have that support system and just to help us walk us through it. Obviously I think that there's the ups and downs you have to go through as a player yourself that your dads can't prepare you for, but just how to handle things and be a pro. I think I was blessed to be able to have my dad there, kind of lead me through that before I even got to it.
Yeah, terms of that, it's truly an advantage. I mean, most of the guys come into the locker room and they're having to like literally figure it out on their own.
Right.
We kind of had a blueprint to kind of follow in order to be a pro. I got to ask you, because beginning of the spring, numbers wise, it wasn't going low, but the thing I noticed was you were hitting the ball hard. Yeah. It was just on the ground. All of a sudden, a week passed, the ball starts getting on the line. When you come in competing for a job, right? How difficult is it to stay with it? Because I remember the first 3 or 4 games, you were hitting balls right on the screws. It was just right at guys. But in the back of your mind, you know, even though I'm swinging a bat, well, I want these numbers to look a certain way. How do you kind of, do the mental gymnastics to keep your mind where it's at?
Yeah, it's tough. Obviously, you come in and you want numbers right away. You want to make a team right away, and it's a different spot than I've been in the last couple of years. And so, you start to press a little bit, but at the same time, it's like you want to dive into these guys. You want to see their ideas. You still want to work on stuff. You know that in the long run, when everything clicks and you make these changes, the long run is going to benefit you. So it's kind of that fine line of like, man, I had a great from 8 to 12 o'clock today. My work was unbelievable. And then you go and roll over one at bat. You're like, just don't make it a big thing. Don't panic. Don't panic. Like,
so hard to do,
it's
though,
so
right?
hard. It's like, man, I had 4 hours of unbelievable. I had 100 swings today that were really good. And then my one at bat today, I rolled over. I punched out. It's like, how do you not go back and change everything? But no, I stuck with it and just stuck with these guys and loved what they were doing. And then obviously you start to see some results and you start to be like, all right, this is what I was behind it.
Has the 6 home runs you've hit in spring training, has that changed your feeling within this organization? Do you sense it's maybe changed their feeling about you a little bit? Do you hope it has?
I hope so. I hope so. No, it's been awesome. Just seeing the fruits of labor come to work and just buying into what these guys ideas. Just obviously seeing it translate to the field has been awesome. Taking swings that I haven't taken in the last couple of years. And that's what stands out to me. It's not just the home runs. It's the way I'm driving the baseball. It's going left on left to center field against the White Sox. It's just the way of hitting the baseball. If they weren't home runs, it wouldn't change my thoughts about it. It's just like driving the baseball, keeping it low, blind drives that are just rising up. And hopefully it's brightened their thoughts of me. And put me in a good spot. Obviously this time of year, but more than anything, I just know in the long run this is where I was supposed to be, and the work's to come now.
Now defensively, where are you most comfortable?
First base. Yeah, but it's been great to get a lot of work in left field. Only played right field.
I only asked because you moved well out there. It doesn't look like it's an uncomfortable spot for you.
Right. Yeah, my whole career I played first, and then obviously got up to Chicago and kind of learned the left field in the big leagues. When you got Jose Abreu at first base and MVP, you figure it out. And so
where you fit in.
Yeah, it's like Tony told me, you figure it out, and you just won't be here. And I was like, all right, I'll figure it out. And so, getting a lot of reps in left field and working with Macias here has been awesome. And just being as comfortable as possible in a bunch of different situations, whether it's DH first, outfield. The more opportunities I have to give them where I can get the lineup, the better off.
Well, Gavin, they're off to been having, I should say, off. You're getting close to the end. Sure. You've been swinging the bat well. Continued success, man. We appreciate you coming to this.
I like what he said about I hope they're noticing. They better be noticing, or they're not. They don't have a pulse. I mean, they got to notice. Come on.
We appreciate your time.
No, thank you guys. It's awesome. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
That was great.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you very much. Nice meeting you.
I'm seeing from this angle a little Chipper Jones in your face. Have you ever heard that?
Chipper Jones.
You have? Okay.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank
Thank you.
All right. That was a surprise, Joe.
No, we're doing good, though.
That was.
Should we move the guests here? They're staring right into it.
I can hang. Well, I can sit there.
You gotta change with that.
No, yeah.
Is that gonna see in the shade?
It will see in the shade. I can just move the camera over.
Kevin.
You guys.
Hey, Kevin. Do you have 2 seconds?
We waiting on Jackson.
Yeah.
That's the last one right now. Who else? I mean, where do you want to get today?
Sheets. T-Wade. Jackson. We can do like 2 or 3 more. Does that work?
Oh, we got Jay here too. Yeah.
Just a couple days. See it.
I'm sorry. We're standing to do a morning show every day.
Who's the longest one? Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Is that a 45? Is that a 40 spot? A 40
Yeah,
one?
yeah. And then we're also going to have yes, equipment on too. So we have Callie Clark. How tall is she, Chris? I couldn't find
6
her. Is that like a normal height for a center? Or is she?
For a women's center,
Yeah.
I'd say so. Yeah. She was the hero of that game.
Yes,
She was unbelievable. It was great. She's really sharp too. She's smart.
Try to get that. Reach out.
All right. The other two will probably be after March Madness.
What's up, AJ? How are you?
Hey, Jay. How's it going? See you, man. See you guys.
Hey, AJ.
Thanks.
Hi, Tony.
Hi.
I'm less excited to see you.
Yes, that's acceptable.
We are here.
But I'm still excited to see you.
Dream team is here.
Yes, fun.
He was way up there, huh?
That was funny. Did you know? You didn't know he was.
I had no
I
idea
didn't
that
know
was
that. I
him.
was like, is he doing this?
You knew that was him?
Yes.
How did you know that?
I didn't see what he looks like.
You did?
Yeah, what about that guy?
He heard my question. I didn't even know it was him.
Going out.
Just tomorrow. Then I got to go to LSU. Big week for me.
Nice.
Sunday off.
Can you please take some pictures for me?
Sure.
I think
I'm excited. Fun week.
I usually don't participate in St. Patrick's Day, but
Yeah, you're ready.
So I'm gonna go ahead.
Running out of story ideas yet? Or? You got to be getting close by now. I mean, plus it's not only that, it's
Honestly, this year it wasn't like that good save. What else am I gonna write? You know, like this time of spring, it's like
yeah.
I can write a lot about it, and then this year I ended up not being so bad.
All right, that meeting starts at 9:15, so we get them about 30 minutes after that.
Okay, so should we record a second?
So yeah, for a couple seconds.
Especially when you're a story that was exciting to write